Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Trigger PH, and today we have the Murmur. And I'm going to be talking about this weapon just by itself. I'm not going to be comparing it to anything yet, at least, not at the moment, because I don't have any other fusion rifles from the DLC. And yeah, this is a legendary fusion rifle that you can get from the Dark Below DLC. Eris gives it to you after beating the first three missions, the only three missions of the Dark Below, just contents that they have available for us at the moment. So it is not very hard to get this weapon, but I still want to talk about it for those of you who do not have the DLC yet, and maybe for those of you who do have it but just haven't beat the three missions yet, and just want to see how it turns out to be when you kind of upgrade it a little bit, just to see if you want to continue to upgrade it and whatnot. So right now this stream is blue because it is using an arc burn on it. The really cool thing about this weapon is that you can switch between arc burn and solar burn, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that here in a moment. But I just want to talk about the look of the gun. Just from looking at it like this, it looks cool because you can see the blue charge through like the barrel of the gun when you're looking down, and it looks really cool. It's a sexy looking gun, cool barrel. I like I don't know, really, the reticles of this weapon. It looks cool. It's just a fun gun to use in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out the stats for you guys. Hopefully nothing comes and tries killing me. Bada-boo! Murmur. Oh yes, for those of you guys who don't have the DLC, you guys can still get weapons, and at the little corner, top right of the corner, you can see like a little symbol. That pretty much just tells you that it's from the DLC. So I don't have it maxed out, but these last upgrades just go towards the damage. Right now I'm at 283 of like 332 or 331. I'm not too positive, but right here, yeah, you can see solar damage and arc damage. But if you change it, it does change the stats of the weapon. If you have arc damage, it has a higher charge rate and a faster reload speed. But if you have it on solar, it's going to have a lower charge rate, lower reload speed, but a higher impact and higher range. So it really depends on, to me, what the arc burn, the arc damage, not the arc damage, the burn damage of if I'm doing the nightfall or the weekly or anything. And if I'm not doing those, you kind of want to typically have it on solar damage just because it has a higher impact and a higher range. And you don't need the reload speed as much because if you have this, the enhanced battery on, it has an increased magazine size. And I'm not a huge fan of fusion rifles as they are, but this one's really fun to use. I'm actually using it more than my icebreaker right now. One, because it's a new weapon, yes, and it looks pretty cool. But it's just fun to use. It's got pretty good range, better range than most of the other fusion rifles, I think. This right here, Snapshot, I would use Snapshot mainly for PvP standards. If you guys like using fusion rifles in PvP, just so you can aim it quickly. You don't need 8 shots. Typically when you're fighting, you're gonna have 2, maybe 3 people at most, and if you hit them close range and dead on, you're gonna kill them with 1 shot. So you don't need a whole magazine size of 8 just for PvP. But when you're running in a PVM, Players Monster, or PvE, whatever you guys call it, the enhanced battery increased magazine size I would go with. I don't really need lightweight when held. The weapon grants +2 character agility. Don't really need that. It doesn't really weigh you down too much. It's actually, I feel like you move quicker with this weapon than you do with other fusion rifles, so that's not too bad. Then over here you have the soft ballistics, less recoil penalty to impact. The CQB ballistics, greatly reduced recoil, significantly penalty to range. So it does have a pretty big difference in the range. I mean, not huge, but just significant, like it says right there. Then you have the linear compensator, where it's got the range higher and the stability of the weapon, just like the recoil is much lower. So I mean, I would usually go with the CQB ballistics because of the range. You want the range, like you'd rather have range over stability, because the stability is just recoil, and you're not shooting this weapon like automatically, so you the lower the recoil is alright. So if I were you guys, I would stick with either the CQB ballistics and the linear compensator. That's really how you guys like it, how you feel for the weapon. And then yeah, snapshot for PvP, and then the enhanced battery for PvM or PvE, and then slide further while this weapon is equipped. So let's just go ahead and test this bad boy out right here. As you run in, you slide, you can he goes pretty far. When you got this is the Fatebringer out, he doesn't go, actually no, he does go pretty far because I do have this weapon equipped. So I would have to take it off. Let's take it off and I'll show you guys how far you slide without it on. We'll just go to this random one right here, and there you go. With it on, I go to like right here, and with it off, I go to like right here. So I mean, it's not a huge difference, but you can still feel it slightly that it is a bigger difference. And I have 2 of these because I beat it twice, the 3 missions twice. So yeah, this is the MURMUR, guys. It's a fun weapon to use. You get it free for just beating those 3 missions. Easy weapon to get. It's fun to use. It looks really cool. Sounds cool. It's by far my favorite fusion rifle that I have so far. I'm not very good at this weapon, fusion rifles in PvP, but I actually went positive with it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Hello. Boop. And yeah, the charge rate's not so bad on this weapon. That's why I like using it on the arc, because the charge rate is faster. Ooh, cool. I can just... Oh, out of ammo. But yeah, guys, so that is the MURMUR. If you guys do not have the DLC, I do suggest getting it. It is fun. You just get new content, new all that. You can get some weapons, but you can't do the missions or the raid or the nightfall with the new strike and whatnot. And it's a decent strike. They could have done it better. They could have had different areas. It's kind of the same area with just different people you're fighting, but there is the addition to the Jovian something, I forget the name, to the strike. And the other missions have some different areas, like this one, for example. You can now go into the Seraphim Vault. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You got the MURMUR right here, cool looking gun, fun to use. It's very effective because you can use solar or arc. So and it's legendary. So you're getting you're hitting 2 birds with 1 stone with that solar and arc, where you can wield this weapon and have an exotic primary, and you could just switch this, tailor this weapon to whatever your obstacles are on. Like if you have a wizard that has fire, and you're also having captains with arc, you can just switch between them when you need to in the same match without pulling out an exotic, and you can keep your exotic primary or heavy weapon. So it's a very good and useful weapon, everybody. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Every weapon that I do get that I think is worth being shared, I will share it. Oh, she came out of nowhere. And yeah, so the next video I probably will share with you guys about the Prestige 4. It is a heavy machine gun, so be looking forward to that video soon. I just want to upgrade it a little bit so I can get all the perks and show you guys how the weapon handles and whatnot. So yeah, peace out, everybody. Have fun on the dark below, and don't forget to subscribe.